Hey, everybody. How was everyone? How you doing? Welcome to Stock Markets with Bruce. I'm your buddy, Uncle Bruce. That's what they call me. It's nice to see you here from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, where it is a beautiful morning here. The sun is now just coming up, and the skyscrapers are showing sunshine on the top and shadows on the bottom. The sun is rising. The angle of the sun is beautiful. The Rocky Mountains are just 45 miles over there. It's pretty clear skies and gorgeous morning, probably in the high 50s. We're looking good. Welcome one and all to the session. We're up so far this morning on the markets. It looks like the three biggest indexes, the Dow, S&P, and NASDAQ, seem to be towards the green side, but not by much. They're just barely hanging on. They might even go red. We'll see. We're going to see what the market does this week. We are down 95 cents on a barrel of oil at 82.24. 7 straight weeks of oil price rises are going right now. A 7-week win streak for oil from about 71 a barrel, 70, 71 up to maybe 83-ish. Right now, 82.23. We'll see how long that lasts. The last 2-3 weeks, we've been 80 to 83 with maybe a slight gain every week. No manipulation. Believe me, this is all natural trading. There's nothing to see here. There are no shenanigans going on in the oil market. This is all natural law of supply and demand. This is private enterprise doing what private enterprise always does. It reflects the market and allows markets to trade in a free and open way. There's no manipulation here. It's just like the Communist Party in China. There's no manipulation here, or the Communist Party in Russia. No manipulation. Everyone is free to express their opinion and is to think and say whatever they like, except publicly. Don't mention it to the world, and don't assimilate in packs of 3 or more people on the street corner. That might indicate a revolution is underway. So, keep it to yourself, and there will be no issues whatsoever. All is well. All is well. Listen to Kevin Bacon in Animal House. All is well. Okay, so SOFI, 9 straight days of losses for SOFI. SOFI shares have gone down in price every day for 9 straight trading sessions. That's almost 2 weeks. There's only 5 trading sessions a week. 2 weeks of straight down dip losses. And you folks, many of you folks out there, have been loading up on cash secured puts, buying up the cheap stock, buying back your calls that you wrote, even though I told you not to do it or suggested not to do it. It's okay. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. It's okay. 9 straight days. SOFI down. 8.59 right now in the pre-market, down 6 cents. The opportunities to buy keep coming. But you might have noticed a couple of things about SOFI in the last 5 or 6 sessions. If you're really technical and you listen to others who are technical, a couple of things. First of all, the amount of losses per day, like how low did the stock go to? Oh, it lost 8 cents. It lost 16 cents. It lost 5 cents. It isn't losing $1 a day. We've got 9 down days from the 11 range to the 859.60 range. But in the last week, 950 to 850 or 860, like it's not losing a lot now. It kind of stopped dropping in big chunks. The other thing you notice is that it has intraday dips and then recoveries, but doesn't quite get all the way back. That's interesting. And the other thing that's happened, or not happening, actually, volume, a lack of trading volume. That is definitely becoming noticeable. Friday, 26.9 million traded. When the shares ran up to $11, it was over 100 million a day in volume. Remember those mornings going into the earnings, we had just phenomenal number of trading going on. So we had panic in the market on the buy side because shorters were worried they were going to get taken to the cleaners. And they were, because some shorters had shorted in the 7, 8, 9 range, and then the stock went into the 11 range. They covered up and then they re-shorted. Eventually, when things calmed down, they're just trying to retake their shorts. There will come a time, unfortunately, for these people where the one time they short a bunch of stock, they're going to get their butts handed to them because it won't come back to 8 anymore. But when that day comes, we'll know in hindsight, and we won't know in foresight. We'll know in hindsight. On SOFI, there's a number of really interesting stats showing up on SOFI. Like 3-4 years ago, the total revenue of SOFI was $500 million a year, about $10 million a week. This year, 2023 and 2024, the numbers are expected to be over 2 billion, like $2.25 billion. So it's a 400% increase in gross revenues in 4 years, 5 years. Like this is the kind of size. This company, by the way, the SOFI, the actual bank, is now ranked as, I think it's the 114th largest bank in the U.S. It used to be 400, by the way. It was down in the 400s 4 or 5 years ago before the charter and all. Now it's pushing the top 100 in size and growing way faster than banks around it. It's not like it's trying to hold on to the 110th or 15th place. It's moving up almost 5 points, 10 points, like every quarter. It's really accelerating. Still accelerating. It wouldn't surprise me in the next year they're in the top 80, and the year after that they'll be in the top 50, 60 of size, and the year after that top 30. They're becoming more and more prominent, and smart money knows it. More people are discovering these guys. Taylor Swift, her concert in Los Angeles was held at SoFi Stadium. Was it 4 or 6 straight days? I can't remember. The show went on every day for complete sellouts, of course. It'll be the largest concert tours of all time. Ready to go. But remember, SoFi doesn't make any money from Taylor Swift. Well, I guess they do if you use SoFi's credit card to buy the tickets, they made money, and if you did some transaction. But SoFi doesn't own the stadium. Their name is on the stadium. The stadium is called SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, but SoFi doesn't own it. They only rented the space where the name goes. This is a naming rights deal. That's all that is. I think it's $10 million a year for 10 years. I can't remember. So they spend a lot of money. They're spending a lot of money on the promotion of to promote themselves on the name of the stadium, and every ticket that's done, and every event that's held, it's held at SoFi Stadium, but it's not theirs. But so they're getting PR, huge PR, every NFL game, but they don't make any money off the stadium. I don't think they financed any part of the stadium either. I think they were way too small an entity to finance any part of that stadium when that stadium was built. What's it, 5 years ago? Is that stadium 5 years old now? 4 years old? Something like that. Anyway, SoFi is getting a lot of name recognition. They're getting a lot of promotion. They're building a ton of members, and we're waiting for a breakout on the stock. We're not going to see a breakout to $20 a share, to $30 a share, to $40 a share until one thing happens. One thing. Only one thing is needed. Only one little thing is needed to have the stock go to those levels. Larger institutional involvement in the company shares. That's all it is. 35% of the company is now owned by institutional shareholders. 65% is not. 14% is shorted. That tells me 65% is out in the street plus 14% shorted. Let's round it to 15% short selling. That's 70, 80% of the stock. That means 800 million shares are out there that can trade all the time that are not held by institutional investors. We need 200 million shares to 300 million shares of buying from institutional investors who want to hold this stock for the next 20 years and invest in this company like they would Bank of America, Wells Fargo, any other major institution. When those kinds of investors start to show up en masse, this stock is gone because now everybody will want in for all kinds of reasons, including 20-year shareholders who aren't going to give up the stock for nothing. They're just not going to give it up. If the company ever got to the point where the thinking was that this could become a dividend payer, that would have an impact on the stock's value. Yes, it would, because there are mutual funds and hedge funds and other institutional investors that will only buy dividend-paying bank stocks. There are many institutions will not buy any stock of any company, no matter what they do, unless they're profitable. And they want to know that this isn't a one-off capital gain profit thing. They want to see consistent cash flow, earnings, control expenses. They really make money. Some institutions will not buy into a stock of any company unless they make money for at least 4 or 6 or 8 consecutive quarters, and it's growing. They're very conservative investors. These are investors who are dealing with pensioners' money. We're talking about school teachers and firefighters and cops and civil servants and governments and people, just countries. There are pension funds, national pension funds, that will not invest in companies that don't make money. Unless they don't make money, we don't buy in. Others have rules that'll say, unless it's a $20 stock and it's been over $20 for at least 2 years, we're not going to invest. I mean, we got all kinds of caveats, okay? A stock like Apple, everyone loves. All right. Apple is loved by everyone and is invested into by everyone. But Apple meets every criteria you can imagine for a pension fund or hedge fund or mutual fund to get into it. Did you know that, or would you like to take a guess? And I don't want you cheating on this. Don't be Googling this. But you know what the book value of Apple actually is? Its actual book value. Stock's $177, something like that. What's the book value of Apple, the company? I believe it's $3.85 a share. $3.85 a share is the Apple book value. Stock is at $177.72 a share. So 2% of the stock price represents the book value of Apple. You took all the assets against all the liabilities. You have so many dollars left over, divided by the number of shares outstanding. Every shareholder would get $3.85. Of course, the legal and accounting fees to do all that would probably take $1 off the top, leaving about $2.85. But in theory, the book value of Apple is $3.85 a share. You do not have to have a $150 book value to be trading at $177 a share. You can have a book value of virtually nothing and trade at $177 a share. Why is that? Why would a company that has a book value of $3.85 a share trade at $177.68 pre-market right now? Simple answer is you're not buying at $177.70 the book value of Apple. You're buying the cash flow value, the generation of earnings value of Apple. That's what the street's doing. Every hedge fund, pension fund, mutual fund, institutional investor, insurance company, bankers, who doesn't own Apple? I mean, what institution doesn't own Apple? Have you ever seen a printout of the top 10 holdings of a mutual fund? You can do it online if you want. You go to Fidelity's and Schwab's, and you can go to a zillions of them. You ever talk to a wealth advisor that wants to manage your money for you for a 2% fee per year? What stock is in their portfolio? Big time. Apple. Well, the stock, if you buy it right now, $177.71 a share, you're paying 29.88 times earnings. So let's call it 30 times earnings. It's trading at 30 times earnings. A reasonable PE multiple is 12 to 14 on most investment grade stocks. That's historically where they should be. This stock is double that and has a 385 book value. It goes to show you how much money these guys make. They have 15.6 billion shares outstanding. 15.6 billion shares exist in the world of Apple. And those shares are everywhere. And they're in every pension fund, hedge fund, mutual. I keep telling you. This is what the deal is. They have a short position of 105 million shares. Apple has 15.6 billion in existence, and there's 105 million shorted. That's a nothing burger. That's a no-brainer. It would take zero time to cover that short position. So interesting, $2.8 trillion market cap. And they're worth $385 a share. There are stocks that we follow here, like SmartRent and Matterport, Rocket Lab, a number of others, who have more than half of their stock value, the open trading value, more than half in cash. They have cash in the bank worth more than half the stock's trading value on the open market. Their market cap might be $700 million, and they have $350 million cash. They have a $450 million market cap, and they've got $300 million in cash. And their stock isn't $177 a share, and isn't going there at all. Not yet. Why is that? How can it be that with Apple sitting on, I don't know, was it 100 plus billion in cash, 130 billion, 140 billion in cash. They got 15 billion shares outstanding. They don't even have 10. Well, they have like $10 in cash, I guess. The problem is that they have 10 billion in cash per share, $10 per share in cash. Excuse me. Apple has $10 per share in cash in the bank. Yes, but they have probably $9 of per share of debt against the cash, because they borrowed money from investors to then against the cash to buy back stock on the open market and for their corporate operation. They're only worth $385 a share. They're worth about $50 billion. Apple is worth $50 billion. That's it. That's all they're worth. What they can generate with the value of their corporate, that's another matter, because they don't own any factories in China. You know that. You should know that. Foxconn is not an Apple company. It's an Apple supplier. It's a contractor. They don't have any employees in China like under the Foxconn label. Those are Foxconn employees. Apple is basically a licensing machine. They license out the manufacture of their computers, which I'm talking to right now. Big ass iPad I got sitting over here, my handy dandy phone, and everything else. Matterport, SmartRent, Rocket Lab, Spire, these guys are not licensing companies. They do have various forms of income and revenue from various interesting sources. Spire doesn't make anything. Spire gets paid to manage assets, to operate assets, and they get paid very well and keep growing their clientele list. But they don't have a factory, don't make anything. SmartRent doesn't make their systems in a factory. SmartRent doesn't make their panels that are installed in your house or your condo. They don't make the sensors. They manage their systems. They manage the sensors. They manage the info from your property. They're on the profitable side of the business. They're like Apple. They earn a royalty. They earn a fee to manage your assets. Matterport, with 3D imaging software of real estate, digitizing real estate in the world. I mean, they don't have a bunch of draftsmen with a bunch of paper and big desks where they draw out all these building schematics. It's all done on the internet. It's all done online, and it's all done electronically. It's all done with artificial intelligence software, by the way, and will continue to be done so, work that way. The Matterport and SmartRent and Spire with the AI revolution are going to thrive. They're not going to get crushed by AI. They're going to thrive with AI. Rocket Lab, same thing. They build their rockets. They do build their rockets and launch them and recover them and relaunch them. Yes, they do. And they have a waiting list 2 years long for hundreds, if not thousands, of satellite orders. Yes, they're going to do extremely, extremely well. But Apple, $385 book value. Cash value, nothing. Virtually nothing. There's really no cash value in Apple. You take all the debts off the top, there's no cash left. It's incredible how you can trade at $177 a share and have no assets. Amazon trades at $140 a share now, last I saw. They came out with their earnings last quarter, surprised the street, making money. You can kick assets of Amazon all over the world. They own their warehouses. They own and operate aircraft to deliver goods. They have trucks. They have a lot of employees. They're one of the biggest employers in America. Apple's not one of the biggest employers in America. They're the most valuable company in the world. They're the most valuable public company, period. But they don't have 2 million employees. Amazon has got a ton of employees. They have warehouses everywhere. You see the trucks all over the place. Prime trucks everywhere, drivers everywhere. It's amazing, isn't it? It's a whole different kind of company. Telephone companies used to be the dominant player in industry in a big way. Telephone companies used to, be trading on the exchanges as top-notch Dow stocks, S&P 500 stocks, dividend-paying companies, a utility. And every power pole, every telephone pole, that's what we call them, telephone poles, every pole across the United was owned by a telephone company, because in the railroad days, the telegraph company was the big money maker, because they would have a telephone pole beside the rail line going all the way down every rail line and every branch line as America railroads expanded further west, and into the heartland of America. Eventually, telegraph stations were at every railroad station. And if you had a railroad station in your town, you could have branch lines, telegraph lines from the rail station to your downtown bank, city hall, fire department, police department, employers everywhere. And so all of your town and cities, businesses and entities would be connected with telegraph service, eventually turned into telephone service across the United States. And these telephone companies had all these assets, all these wires, all these poles, all these switching stations, and they had gazillions of employees running the switchboards for telephone calls. And that just became more and more automated as the years went on, and they got larger and larger and larger. So they still maintained their employment levels, very high employment levels, but they would grow every year to a larger network. Ma Bell was a huge company, Bell Telephone and Telegraph. And then they had to split into different pieces, 7 different pieces and so on. And to this day, now the telephone business is a wireless business. How many of you live in an apartment building or a house that is wired for telephone, and you have those plastic things on your walls in various rooms of your house that has no telephone attached to it? That's what the telephone company used to own. They owned all this stuff. This is part of their value. Now it is dead space. And many homeowners, when they do a renovation of their kitchen or living room or whatever, what's one of the things they rip out? All the telephone lines that get ripped out. All those plastic boxes get taken away. Those little plastic things on your wall get removed. Brand new houses today do not have wiring for telephones. No such thing. There is no telephone pole in new neighborhoods. There are no telephone poles. There are fiber optic cables laid in the underground. but they're not on telephone poles. And even then, there are fiber optic cables coming to the side of your house into a wall and going in. And that's about as wired as you're getting, apart from your electric, of course, the wiring. Things have changed, haven't they? Things have really changed. The future, Marty, the future. SOFI, 100th largest bank in the United States and growing at an unbelievable clip. SOFI is going to become a top 50 bank in the next few years, and will get bigger. They could someday be in the top 25. I don't know how big they'll ever get. I have no idea. What I can tell you, what I can guess, is at the SoFi Stadium with 70,000 people watching Taylor Swift night after night after night, sold out every show. I'm going to guess that the majority of the audience in that building, and in every building she has her tour, the entire tour, I'm going to guess that the majority of the fans that are there are under 35 years of age. They're probably 24, 28. Children, 20-somethings, 30-somethings, 40-somethings. A lot of moms came with their daughters to the Taylor Swift concert. Predominantly female, much, 70, 80% female, maybe higher. And the audience in that crowd, every one of them had one of these. Every single one. Have you seen the Instagram videos of this tour? How many postings have been done on Instagram, Facebook, and all other social media platforms of Taylor Swift's concert? These have recorded that. The people who are at these concerts are the future clients or are already clients of SoFi. They are truly SoFi's clientele. And all SoFi has to do, believe it or not, stick around. They just have to stick around because they are so embedded into the fintech world that they will grow as 18-year-olds become 20-year-olds, become 22-year-olds, and so on and so on and so on. They come out of high school, they go into college, they get married, they have careers, married, children, and their entire lives and world is here. Every 8 and 10 and 12 and 14-year-old boy and girl are here now. If you don't have one of these and you're 15 years old and you don't have one of these, you ain't cool. You are like an outlier. I cannot imagine the children that don't have cell phones of that age. They're all going to grow into SoFi's world. All SoFi has to do is stick around. They're going to grow 10% a year compounded for the next 20 years. They're just going to grow up. And every bank branch in America, every one of them is going to suffer smaller and smaller and smaller numbers of clients coming into branches to do anything. And you've already seen it in your lives, the complete evisceration of bank branches to what they used to be, grand cathedrals to finance. Huge high ceilings, chandeliers hanging down, beautiful counters and desks behind the counters of hundreds of employees in these large banks. All gone, erased from existence. The only place you're going to see that stuff is in the movie Back to the Future or in the movies in general. The physical bank, in the next 10 years, there'll be 1/10 the number of branches in existence in 10 years. It's coming, it's happening, and Bank of America will try to go digital. So will Wells, and they will be digital, much so. But SoFi is going to just zoom up right down the middle. They're coming right down the highway, and they're just going to end up in the top 25 institutions in the United States. And they will have hundreds of billions in assets. And no one will think twice about it. They'll just go, yeah, well, that's SoFi. I mean, who doesn't use them? It's like American Express and UPS or Amazon. Who doesn't use Amazon to get a package delivered to their house? Well, who doesn't use SoFi to do banking? That's just, yeah, click, click, click. It's right there. Of course. That's what's going to happen. SoFi shares are going to become one of the most heavily traded stocks and one of the biggest components of hedge funds and mutual funds and in retirement pension funds. Their company is going to make the kind of money per quarter, quarter after quarter after quarter, and grow and grow and grow, where this stock will become an institutional favorite. And this is my personal opinion. I don't think they're going to do a rollback. They have the ability to do a rollback if they wanted to, but I don't think they're going to do a rollback because I have a suspicion that their shares are going to reach this $20, $30 level organically, and that so many institutions are going to want in on the stock as the company turns a profit this year. The next 6 months, they'll be profitable. 3 months. A whole bunch of institutions are going to be coming in because now they can come in. I have a suspicion there's a list of institutional investors waiting for one word, one syllable from their brokerage friends out there, their advisors on Wall Street. SoFi is, quote, profitable. And now they can buy the stock. Now they can make their move. Will they be drunken sailors and buy at the market? Nope. They're going to be tacticians, stealth, very quiet. They might buy options. They might start with call options that they'll exercise into stock without having to run the market. There's ways of institutions getting into SoFi without having to just buy the stock up on the open market and run it. That's not the thing they're going to do. If you need 5 million shares of SoFi, 10 million shares of SoFi for your pension fund, and you have or a mutual fund with 15 different funds and families of funds in your major fund, you need to divvy up 10 million shares into all those funds. You are not going to put in buy orders at the market for 10 million shares right now, buy them at any price. That's not how this works. These people are smart. These people have professionals who help them buy stock without you knowing that they're doing it. They're doing it in a stealth kind of way. And one of the best ways to acquire shares is to acquire call options. You just buy up call options. And they're in the money call options if you want them to be. They'll buy 8s, 9s, and 10s, and 11s and 12s for a year out. They'll buy options. They'll buy $8 call options for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, every month going as far out as they can. And they'll amass a block of stock that they can get their hands on at a set price for a set period of time. And they will slowly but surely exercise their stock options. The stock's trading at $9, $10, they'll exercise their 8s and 9s. Stock's trading at 10, 11, 12, they'll exercise their 9s and 10s. Goes to 14, 15, they'll exercise their 11s, 12s, and 13s. They'll do it, and they'll just keep acquiring the stock without having run it. The stock has to run for other reasons. But of course, if 1 million shares a week, 2 million shares a week of SoFi shares are being exercised by institutional investors, that means there's buying needed of 2 million shares a week to replace those shares. Now, some people may have written Iron Condor, some of people may have written covered calls, and they got exercised. They wrote poor man covered calls, and they got exercised. They need to buy the stock now to cover their position. But of course, each option person, each writer needs, this person needs 1,000 shares, this one needs 5,000 shares, this person needs 50,000 shares. None of these people need 1 million shares. You can't write that many options. There are limits. But you collectively talk about 10,000 people getting exercised every week, week in and week out, and week in and week out, and week in. You got a demand issue on the stock. They're the ones running the market. The institutional holders are just going, I'm not buying 50,000 shares at 1050, and the next guy's buying 20,000 shares at 1070, and the next guy's buying 100,000 shares at 1090. I didn't run the market to 1090. I just exercised my options for $8. The folks who ran the market, that's their problem. They're the ones running the market. That's how this game can work. Don't be surprised when this begins to happen. But I'll let you know after the fact, because I won't know in advance. There is no reporting requirements with the SEC for this kind of stuff. Institutions can do what they want when they want. If you have a stock option good for 2 years at $8 a share, you can exercise it anytime for 2 years. What's the rush? Stock's at $8.60 right now a share. Institutional investor might say, we're quite happy just holding the options for now. We'll convert this into stock eventually, but only when the stock begins to go anywhere. If the company were to announce that SOFI, that not only they're profitable, but they've raised their guidance for 2024 and 2025, well, maybe now we will convert our stock. But even if the stock goes to 11, 12, 13 a share, it's no skin off my nose. I got $8 calls. I'm in the money, even more in the money. Institutional investors are going to go, we're up nicely here. Thank you very much. And when we do shift into the stock, it'll be at our timing. Do you hear those sirens? They're coming for me. They're coming for me. Look out. Oh, my God. Coffee Kids Trading. I'm looking to buy back some covered calls on Micron this week. Sold 32 a few weeks ago for January at an average of 547. Alex, I'm number 71, Bruce, on your thumbs ups meter. I think that SOFI's had a 9-day losing streak. I don't think we've hit 200 thumbs ups for 9 days either. I think that this channel will not hit 200 thumbs ups unless SOFI goes up. I have a suspicion one is related to the other. Did you know that? Yeah. What can I say? What else is going on? Good morning, Larry Titus, number 58. Good morning, all from Flint Creek Soap Company. Wrapping up a couple 1,000 bars this morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody from Constantine. Karen, good morning, 31. Waverly, I've been on holidays. Welcome, everybody, to the show. Great to have you here. We're opening in 23 minutes. See what we can get going here. At the moment, I show the Dow now negative 26. It was positive until 20, 30 minutes ago. But we weren't positive a lot. We're down 5.75 on the S&P. We're down 11.5 points on NASDAQ. Oil down 126 a barrel, continuing to slump down to 81.93. Oil has had a 7-week winning streak. SOFI's been down 9 days in a row. It's right now, SOFI right now, 856, down 9 cents on 344,000 shares. And I get the impression we're about to break $9. We're about to reverse it. And the first $1 a share on the upside on SOFI will be a nothing burger. Won't take but 30 million shares of buying. Today could be the day. It could be today that SOFI breaks its 9-day winning streak and pops up 60, 70 cents, closes at 9.10, 9.20. Could happen. I'm just saying it could. There you go. What else is going on? Do you care, Bruce, to comment on the surprise separation of your prime minister? No. It's a nothing burger up here. We just go, yeah, well, okay. His father separated from his mother in office, made him more popular. Then he started dating, who was he dating? Barbara Streisand. He took out Linda Ronstadt. He took out, I don't know if he took out Joni Mitchell, but he became the hottest guy to go out with. I mean, women all over the place were enamored with this guy. The father. I don't know what Justin's plans are. I have no idea. It is what it is, and life is life. Politics is a devastating business for people on their personal lives. Absolutely devastating, and it's unfortunate that so many senators, congressmen, MPs, whatever your government system is, the wear and tear on the family is devastating. It's absolutely devastating, and a lot of people do not enter politics as qualified as they could be. They will not enter because of their marriages. They will not. They view the life balance, the balance between their family life, their children's relationship, their everything, and they not a chance. You can't. I would imagine out of one politician, for every politician that's out there, there are 10 people who've decided, no, thanks. I don't think so. Anyway, there you go. Coffee, kids, waiting for SOFI to pop. I have 10 cash ticket puts out for January at 10. Giddy up, Mr. Premium of the option. Good morning. Good morning. Bobby, the wife can leave JT, but Canada can't. There you go. Yeah. I don't know who can take his place in Canada, to be honest. The conservative moron that the Conservative Party has is a conspiracy theorist type promoter, and his key people. I mean, like the top 10 Conservative Party people that would be in his cabinet are some are psycho. I think Canadians are just going to continue to elect a minority government right now. They're very happy with it. Canadians, as a majority, are very calm, quiet, reserved, and they're delighted with the way it is right now. They're delighted because the NDP is the third party, and that's a left-leaning party. The Conservatives are so far right, they're gone. And then the Liberals are centrist. And you've got the Liberals with a little bit of NDP sprinkled in to keep the minority government in power. It keeps the Conservatives off the beaten path. The Separatist Party from Quebec is a joke. And the Canadians in general go, that's just the way we want it. That's fine with us. Let's continue forward. That's my personal opinion on, I think, what's happening, because we've had now certainly 2 elections in a row in the federal level that have gone with a minority government party. The last election, everyone was convinced there was going to be a huge change. Canadians were fed up with Trudeau, fed up with the Liberals, fed up with COVID, fed up, mad, angry, The election comes up, it's almost identical. The number of seats for the Conservatives, the Liberals, the NDP, and the Quebec Party, another minority government. And there you go. And that's what happened. Anyway, there you go. Okay. What else is going on? Thank you all for popping in this morning. It's great to see you here. I was looking up my channel's history, by the way. I was having fun this weekend. I was trying to remember when many of you have told me time and time again how long you've been a member of this channel, and I so appreciate it. So many of you have been here now for more than 2 years, and a number of you have said to me, I have been here since the beginning, Bruce. I have been watching you from day one, and blah blah blah, and I love it. So I went to my channel statistics, and I entered dates. I can enter dates in my analytics to say, show me what my channel did from this day to this day. So I said January the 1st, 2021 until January 31st, 2021. What happened in January 2021 for this channel? And it showed me my views, and it showed me how many subscribers I earned each day. Each day. All I had to do is move the cursor further over the chart. And it showed me, well, how much money did your channel make each day? And from the 1st until the 12th of January, I was generating revenue from YouTube on this channel somewhere between 12 cents a day and $1 a day. And it showed me how many views I had each day. How many views? And from the 1st until the 12th, it was like a 50, 33, 120, 78. How many subscribers? None. You lost 2. You gained 2. You gained 1. 0. It was nothing. It was a nothing bird. And it showed how many videos did you make. Oh, on the 3rd you made a video. On the 8th of January you did a video. And I could put my cursor over this little box that says you released a video that day. So I put my cursor over the box, and it would say, I would see a thumbnail pop up. Oh, that was a video on GameStop or on Apple or on Tesla, whatever I was doing in those days. And then all hell broke loose. The 13th, 13th, the 15th, the 8th. From then on, this channel went ballistic, completely. Whoa! And I had no idea that it was coming. I had no idea what this meant. I had no idea how long it would last. I had no idea. I had nothing. I had nothing. I had no hint coming in the week before that a week later this was going on. So now I'm showing views of, it was one day you had views of 1,200, then 2,800, then 6,800, then 14,000. Then like the next week, it went from 28,000 to 70,000 to 210,000 views in one day. 210, and that was a live show. 210,000 live. I was on for all 8 hours because, of course, I had no idea what was going on. I was just trying to figure it out. It was absolutely unbelievable. From January 2021 until the end of 2021, I had 7.5 million views in 2021. 7.5 million views came through this channel. Almost all of it live. I mean, 10% was videos, maybe, perhaps. I added 88,800 subscribers that year. Made a ton of money because you guys and YouTube kicked it in. It was, of course, it was incredible. What else went on here? I was looking at various little. I took a few stats here. Absolutely unbelievable. In 2022, the views went from 7.5 million to 851,000. The surge was over, and it was my channel and dozens of other YouTube channels in finance. Our numbers came back down again because people were no longer locked up at home. They could get out. They were now sports betting again. They went back into their normal lives. And by the time 2021 had ended, this channel had completely changed because I started off as a little YouTube video maker to live answering questions on how the market worked into let's talk to you about writing options. And 2022 was the way it went. And I think that's what all the stats I took down. But the January effect was stunning. I had forgotten now because it's 2.5 years. I've forgotten what happened. What day did this happen, and what did that mean? This many views, this many subscribers. I added 10,800 subscribers in one day on this channel. 10,800 new subscribers in one day on this channel. That's how stupid it went. And I knew going in at that point, there's no way these 10,000 people are going to be subscribers a couple of years from now. A percentage will still be here, but not 10,000. And sure enough, it all came back to reality. By the time March rolled around and April rolled around, things had really calmed down. And now there was a core following of this channel. Many of you are still here from that core following. And we've moved along since. It's just been an unbelievable time. I thank you all so much for your following of this channel, how long you've been here. Those of you who have been able to put up these green bars to let us know how long you've been a member of the channel. I love these. Thank you all so much for your support of this old man YouTuber. I appreciate it. Fantastic, everybody. It's great to have you here. We're 12 minutes away from opening it up. We're going to start trading in 12 minutes. So thank you, guys. Thank you for the thumbs up so far. If you're able to hit the thumbs up button, it would be appreciated. We have not seen 200 thumbs ups in maybe a week and a half. And that's because I believe, one, you hate me. Number two, SOFI's gone down every day for 9 days in a row. And when SOFI doesn't perform, I don't get thumbs up because it's my fault. What are you going to do? It is what it is. If I could make SOFI go up every day, I would. But I can only do so much, and I'll do the best I can with what I've got. Thank you all so much for your support. We've just gone member only now on the channel. Member only comment. Please become a member of this channel. Become a Gold Bagel member right away. Join this fantastic group of viewers who have decided to become members of this channel by subscribing to the gold level. It's a $25 a month commitment. I know it's asking a ton of people because no other channel asks $25 a month for daily live shows. I checked a bunch of channels this weekend. As a matter of fact, I looked at my analytics and it tells me what other channels you guys watch. It says, these are the 15 other channels that a lot of your viewers watch all the time. These are the most popular 15 videos that your viewers have watched in the last little while. And I can see who create those videos. And so I went to their channels. I went to 10 different channels over the weekend. Who's who in the zoo? I'm curious because it's changed. The people that you watch now, my viewers watch today versus the people they watched back in the day, totally different. Almost all different channels. There's only Matt Coors is the only one still around. He's the only one channel you guys still watch that you used to watch in 2021. Everyone else is no longer in the top 10 most popular or 15 most popular channel. So I was looking at these channels and I was curious, and I saw a lot of them have memberships. They too offer membership. You can join their channel for $1.99, $4.99. I think one guy was asking $19.99. Like he had various levels, including $19.99. I found that interesting. But yeah, I do ask for people to consider becoming a Gold Bagel member at $25 a month, so that you will receive the Trade Alert show, the update show every morning at 8 o'clock, then this show. And then on Wednesday, 6 o'clock Eastern, you get that show, which you want to watch. You can watch live or you can watch on rerun anytime you want. The Primetime Live with Uncle Bruce show. And I have many of you who are Gold Bagel members who say, this is worth it, man, to pay this guy or to pay YouTube $25 a month to be able to comment and talk to him during trading time. It's worth it because how successful do you have to be to make $25 a month writing an option? I mean, you can write one option on SOFI or GameStop. You can write a GameStop contract, bring in $300, and a month later buy it back for $200. There's a $100 profit on one contract. That's 4 months of this. So I mean, if you did that every month, you'd make $1,200 a month, and you're paying $300 a month to learn how to do it. I mean, no one writes one contract all the time and only one contract. No one. So yeah, you don't make that little around here. Congratulations. If you've had some fun making money this last week or two on your condors, let me know. How are you doing on your condors? Good, bad, and different? I'd be really curious to know. We did a class here 2 weeks ago, Saturday. I did lesson number 16 on how to create iron condor trades. And a whole bunch of you jumped in there and started looking into it and started doing some trades. I'm curious to know, how did your condors do for you last week? Hawkeye, thank you for thumbs up. 98. Dude, 109. Thank you so much. Halfway to 200 now. We're on our way. Thank you. 110, Maria says, good morning, Gold Bagels. Well worth it. Thank you, Uncle B. Thank you, Maria Powell, so very much. Congratulations, all of you out there who have become option writers because of this channel, who are learning how this is done, have figured out the power of this cash flow you can bring in, the incredible power. I was looking up this morning something else, and I thought I'd mention this to you. There's 183 of you here. Some of you have done this. Some of you have told me you've done this. A number of you have said to me time and time again, Bruce, I really want to get out of my day job. I really want to, get an exit strategy together, but I don't think it's going to be for a year or two yet. I have like 10, 20 grand in the market. I've got some money, but not a ton. I'm working that as hard as I can with what we're talking about here. But I know that I will not be able to leave my day job unless I can build it to like 100,000, 120,000, 150. I want to then I'll be comfortable enough to maybe then back away from my job. I can work from home and I can watch the markets. So this is okay. And many of you have said to me, I know I can quit my day job either now or in 3 months or 6 months, but I'm probably not going to because I have a pretty good 401k. I got some health benefits that I like. I got, perks. I can work from home. I do a little traveling. I just like it. And I just want to enhance my revenue. I want to enhance my wealth. You're helping me grow my IRA that I'm now self-managing. Maybe you're helping with my 401k, my assets on the outside. But I need more. I want to grow my assets on the outside. I want to grow wealth outside of my 401k because that is the wealth I will lean on when the time comes for me to quit my day job. Whatever money I have in my 401k, my IRA, that is tied up and I have limits as to when I can access it. I have tax issues and all that. What can I do in the meantime? And a number of you have said to me, Bruce, the answer here in the United States for a number of us has been, we will borrow money from our 401k. We're allowed to borrow from our 401k cash, no questions asked, by taking a loan on our own retirement plan. Now, experts out there who are financial planners who love to get their 2% from you on managing your money, they don't want you borrowing from your 401k. Why? Because the cash comes out of the 401k to you, and you can do whatever you want with it, which includes enhancing your investments through here. But that takes away up to $50,000 because you can borrow up to $50,000 if your account's $100,000 or more. That's 50 grand they don't get 2% on. That's $1,000 a year they lose. Now you got a couple of million people doing that every year. This is not good for business if you're in the financial planning business. But for those of you who have 150,000 in your 401k, you could borrow 50 grand from your 401k. You turn around with a 5-year repayment plan through your employer with a deduction to pay it back plus interest. And you get to manage your 50 grand any way you want. Now, if you got 15 grand in credit card bills that are nailing you 22% interest, you can pay that off in one shot right now, eliminate that minimum payment from your life. You might find that what you've been paying your credit card company to maintain this 22% interest rate thing you got going, that payment, those minimum, that's equal to the entire loan of $50,000 on a monthly basis. You're just replacing the payment to the credit card company to yourself to repay your 401k. The remaining 35 grand you got lying around, or 30 grand, whatever it is, you can put into your investment account outside of a 401k, add it to the 10 or 20 or whatever you got now, and now you're managing $50,000 to do option writing on. Iron condors, all of a sudden, instead of writing 5 or 10 at a time, you can do 20 or 30 or 40 at a time. It all depends on the stock and the spread and all that stuff. Some of you are going, hey, I could do cash secured puts now on Tesla. I could do a couple of cash secured puts, or I can do cash secured puts on Apple, or I can do cash secured puts on whatever I want. I can do poor man covered call writing. I can buy a bunch of deep in the money covered calls on Apple at say 140, 130, 120. I'll buy those up and write on those going forward and bring income in, more income in from the 30,000 than what I was earning in the 401k, because in my 401k, I was strictly limited to what my employer invested the money into through their planners. I now have taken it away from them to manage it myself. Welcome to the party, pal. So for some of you out there, you may find that you can pull up to 50,000 out, 10, 20, 30, 40, manage it yourselves, grow it outside of these plans faster than it would have been inside. You're paying yourself back plus interest anyway. So you're replacing that money with your money on a monthly basis. And now you're growing your pot outside that account. by the time 3, 4, 5 years rolls around, you've taken 50 grand and turned it into 150 grand. You've paid off your 50 grand in your 401k. That's running along plus interest. And you're sitting back going, I can quit now. I'm managing $250,000 outside my 401k. My 401k is funded with this cash. I'm out of here. And you might find that is your plan. That might be your whole plan. Plan you didn't know existed. It's something to look into. I would recommend you do a Google search on 401k borrowings, how to borrow money on your 401k. You'll find how easy it is. And for some of you, it might absolutely change your life in that you've got a credit card loan, you got a pesky car loan, you got some IOUs, $15,000, $20,000, $30,000. You can make all that disappear in one shot from a loan. And those payments for all those combined are more than what you would be paying yourself back to pay your own loan. You're your own banker. You're becoming your own bank. And you're left over with 20 grand in cash or 30 grand in cash to invest any way you want. Look into that, see what happens. All right. Maria, I tried a couple of iron condors on KO to get my feet wet. It looks good. Larry Titus has rung the bell. Maria Powell says, thank you, Larry. Matthew is saying for puts, Friday, I wrote 337 and I bought 336 Spider. They expire today for a spread of 8 cents. Looks like you're going to get all of that. And what else is going on? Clay, if you know the stock you're playing with and have the range dialed in, iron condors are great. The Spider works well for me because it's a shorter time frame and exposure, and it works better with my patience. Well done, sir. Well done indeed. White Feather, I've done really well with Spider iron condors. Over the weekend, I was thinking that the leverage they give makes them more lucrative than poor mind cover calls, even taking the higher fees into account. Very interesting. Very interesting. Clay, the Spider SPY iron condors I've been trying the past 2 weeks worked out very well. So far, I've reversed all my losses for 2023 and positive for this year. Congratulations. Keep on going. Colton, this is the best investment you could ever make for yourself. Uncle Bruce really can change your life. Trust the process. Thank you, those of you who are telling people to become Gold Bagel members. 113 on the manager. Thumbs up count. 110 from Maria. Thank you so much. Zed Estate is here. JR, the bells, Larry. Thank you, my friend. Thank you all for joining us. We're up and running. We're open. We're trading. And we got another week of activity going on. How are you going to do this week? Let's just hope that you get richer and richer and richer. Thank you all for being part of this channel. And I'm hoping that the returns are well worth your while. Versus what you would have been making had you not been here at all. It's great to see you and have you in the house. I love it. What is going on is what we want to know. We got Rocket Lab sitting at what now? 618 down 14 cents. Not much going on there. I got the Dow down half a point. Nothing happening there. We're down 10 on S&P. NASDAQ down 60. Oil down 46 cents. We're now actually open. We're not in the pre-market anymore. Spiders are down $1.08 would appear at 444.57. Triple Q is down 69.70 cents, 365.55. GameStop down 60 at 19.60. SOFI 852 down 13 cents. When will it take a break the other way? I think today or tomorrow. I think SOFI by tomorrow will be over $9 a share. That's my personal hunch. 9 straight losses, 10 today, 11 tomorrow. I don't know about that. A snap rally of $1 wouldn't surprise me, but breaking 9 would not be a surprise to me. AI down 22 cents. NVIDIA down $1. Rocket Lab down 14. Matterport off 5 cents. Smart Rent down 5.5. What else? Unity down $1.10. Tesla down 7.80 to 234.85. Price cutting their product. That's not helping in China. Apple up 4 cents. Google is down 12 cents. Moderna down 163 to 99.86. Cisco's up 3. Pfizer's down 14. IBM up a dime. HPQ is down 6 cents. Microsoft off 43 cents. We don't have a sell-off here of any significance going on. Amazon's up a penny. Home Depot up $1.15. Vanik down 63 cents. Netflix, $419, down 266. Adobe down $1.49. That's a $507 stock. Goldman down $4. Boeing is up $1.80. Meta down 220. Target up 70. JP Morgan down 65. Costco up 230. Walmart up 95. Disney down a quarter. American Airlines down 3 cents. There's nothing going on. It's a nothing burger so far. Let's see what gives. Splayer saying GameStop's 19.5. Option Nomads. Last week we brought in 1,300 from Iron Condor position. Great addition to the toolkit. You know, every week $1,300. That's $65,000 a year from another little strategy of trading, and that's just a $1,300 a week. You know, you can certainly do more than that, but boy, isn't it kind of nice to know that? Yeah, we brought 1,300. That's all right. Yeah. Luca covered AI. How you doing there, pal? Welcome, my friend, to the show. Thank you for picking up a class. You picked up a class this weekend. I saw that. Right on, pal. I got a cash secured put on AI exercised on Friday at 34 and now on with covered calls. Nice. Nicely done. Look, that's the game right there. AI 3252. Start writing covered calls and bringing in serious premiums. Why not? Yeah. You got the buy. You bought at 34 less the premiums you already paid. Now you're writing on this. Nice. I like it. We're down 0.5 point on the Dow. Actually, we're up 11 on the Dow. We're green on the Dow now. Nothing burger on the negative side here. I think the markets want to go higher. I just sense there's a ton of money on the sidelines that wants to get in. They're just trying to figure out where do I get in? What do I buy? Where am I going? Let's see what gives. Okay, we're up 9 on the Dow. We're down 8 on S&P. We're up 51 on down 51 on Nasdaq. 0.4% of a loss on Nasdaq. 0.18% on S&P, and we're up a 1/100th of a percentage point on the Dow. Oil down 60 cents a barrel. The second class is a good class. Yeah. People like it. People love these classes. You just take them one at a time. When you have time, just take one at a time. Build on the knowledge, build on the knowledge, build on the knowledge. Welcome to class 16, everybody. We have come a long way since 2021. The first class that I created, I believe, was June 2021 is when I created the first classes. And here we are, August 2023. As a matter of fact, 2 days ago, I celebrated 6 years on the air as a YouTuber. August the 12th. 2017, Traveling with Bruce was created, and here we are, August 14th today, 2023. 2 channels on the go. This is the dominant channel right here. Isn't it amazing? Absolutely amazing how it's changed, and I thank you all for so much for being part of this this community. You guys are the best. What do we got here? GameStop at 1945. Those of you who've written options on GameStop, you gotta be smiling here. I know there's a ton of you out there who did rollovers on GameStop. You did rollovers. You went out in time. You have opportunities now to come on in, buy back your way out in the way out of the money calls now, out in time, and start buying those back and writing closer in time and premium contracts. Bring in more money. It's time to look into that. Well done, those of you on the GameStop. SoFi 845 down 20 cents. How much lower can it go before the turnaround? And when the turnaround happens, how vicious will it be? 1.9 million traded. There is not a serious sell wave here. It's just an opening morning. Nothing serious. Nothing to worry about. There will come a moment in time, at any time, where the analytics computers will go, oh, buy it, and then away we go. Watch out. We'll find it. We'll see it. AI down just 17 cents, 32.77. AI doesn't want to give up ground. 32.05 was the low. It's 32.77 already. It's been 9 minutes. We have turned around from 32.05 to 32.76 in 9 minutes. Hello, 700,000 traded. Watch out. This is going higher. NVIDIA is up 3 cents. We're going higher here. Rocket Lab down 16. Matterport down 6. Smart Rent down 4. Unity down 92, Tesla down 625, Apple up 52, Google up a penny now, Moderna down 278, Cisco's up a nickel, Pfizer down 13, IBM down 13, HBQ down 24, Microsoft is up 18 cents. Okay, Home Depot up 59, Netflix up 28, Adobe up 155, Boeing up 150, Target up 37, Costco up 429, Walmart up $1, Disney down 65, 66 cents, American Airlines down 14, and DraftKings down 47. Mixed bag, but I think we're going higher. I think so. Okay. Fool of a took, Bruce. I reapplied for level 3 options on with Fidelity. Took 3 days for them to deny me. Then they told me I could not reapply for 6 months. Then I opened an account with Tasty Trades and got approved to trade with no restrictions in 1 day. I am transferring my account today, putting in my 2 weeks at the daytime restaurant tomorrow. Way to go, man. This is good stuff. This is you know, when the brokerage firms don't want to play ball with you, you move on. And Tasty Trade is likely a firm I think you're going to be very happy with. I've had a lot of people tell me they're really happy with the rates. And you apply elsewhere to get your level 3 so you can do what you want to do. And these Fidelity guys who want to play these games, or any other firm that will not allow you to do option moves, you leave. You look elsewhere, apply, they approve you, boom, transfer in, and away you go. It's as simple as that. Fidelity just lost a client with a lot of potential. That's their problem, not your problem. Well done, fool of a took. Well done. Fool of a took. I recently switched to Tasty Trade too. So far, I'm very happy with their platform. Splair, Uncle Bruce, do you think we go higher on GameStop as well? Forgotten to write on Friday the new call on my mom's account. Now I'm struggling between now and tomorrow. Or later, you know, look, there's no rush. You know, we have a down dip. Maybe we have an up dip later today. Just bide your time. Wait it out. Boris, yep, I'm also on Tasty Trade. It rocks, says Boris. Anybody else on Tasty Trade? How many people here are on Tasty Trade? Let me know. Are you happy about it? Is it working for you? I know managers on Tasty Trade. I don't know anybody else. But then again, you guys can let me know. Fool of a Took says, White Feather, this is good to hear. Yes, indeed. This is what I want people to know, the others to know. If you're going to switch or you want to get into option writing, should you consider Tasty Trade as a place to go? It sounds to me like it's A-OK for a lot of folks. They're very happy with it. And I'm happy to hear that. The Dow right now is now off 49 points. We have a direction. We're down 3 on S&P, though. It's improving and the Dow's depreciating. Go figure. NASDAQ's only down 6. The markets are actually rising, even though the Dow's a bit lower. The Dow now only down 26. There's a buy wave coming into the market. There's a buy wave coming in. Okay. We shall see. Oil down 70 cents. 82.48, 82.49, something like that. Okay. I love First Trade, says Splair. Touchgrass, I'm on TD. I heard the guys who made the TD platform left to make Tasty Trade. That's what I've heard too, and I've heard very good things about Tasty Trade. I really have. Splair, but I'm European and I only know two. Yeah, exact, Splair. You're restricted as to what you can do. You have a few choices only, but in the USA, Tasty Trade seems to be quite popular. Fool of a Took, I'm going to take these 2 weeks to do paper trading on iron condors, and then I'm going to start the real trading as soon as I can solely focus on the market during the day hours. But I'll start with 5 to 10 contracts and see how it goes. I'm excited for this new beginning. Way to go, Fool of a Took. Way to go, pal. Right, well done. White Feather, I switched because E-Trade kept denying my applications for level 3 options. I screw you guys. I'll go to Tasty Trade. They're letting me in. I hear this again and again and again. I hear this so many times. What can I say? Way to go, guys. Thank you all for being here. Oh, boy. So appreciate you being part of the show. We have 127 thumbs ups. Thank you for that. Keep them coming in if you can. Hit that thumbs up button for us, and let's move this needle as high as we can. We have not seen 200 thumbs ups in almost 2 weeks because I think either people don't like what I do, or more likely, a SOFI has been under pressure and it hasn't helped. Hasn't helped the views. It is what it is. It's part of the game. I accept it. It's just the way the world works. SoFi right now 8.45 down 20. Rocket Lab down 13. GameStop 19.45 off 75 cents. Matterport down 5. 23andMe down 9 cents. We've got Spire up about 4. ATIP is up 6 cents to 8.55. Smart Rent down 2 cents at 3.37, maybe something like that. Apple up 59. Goldman down 4.38. Cisco up 5. Tesla down $7. ARC down 55 cents. Microsoft up 60 now. Pfizer down 11. HPQ down 32. Alphabet, that's Google, up 63 cents. Amazon up 18. NVIDIA up 3.11. We got Unity now down 81. We've got AI down 37 cents at 32.57. Adobe up 2.50, and the SPYs are down 58 cents. Those of you who are Condor creators are not too worried right now about the markets, with only a 58-cent move on the spiders, SPYs. Yes, indeed. Flat markets like this are perfect for Condor creators. They want shrinkage, and you're going to get it with this kind of market. Exactly. Nicely done. Let's see. Manager Tasty Trade was sold again to IB. I think the founder just kept on making money. White Feather, a fool of a took. I wish you the best. Fool of a took White Feather. Thank you, man. Thumbs ups here. Spicy Android. Bruce, what would be a good write on GameStop right now? What do you think would be a good move? Well, let's take a look at GameStop. Let's just take a peek here at the market and pop it up on my big ass iPad. We're at 1931 down 88 cents at the moment. So let's take a look at the options market if we can and see what we have. We have August, September's, October's, November's, December's, January's, then we go out to April, June, July, October, and Jan 2025. So we're monthly until January, and then we go kind of quarterly after that. That will go monthly. We'll probably see monthlies in November, December into 2024 as usual. What can you write and how much can you get for it? Question mark being asked. So let's start with October contracts just out of, some curiosity. October 20s exist at the moment. 1932 is where the stock is at. Now, my quotes are 10 minutes behind, so you have to forgive me for this, this kind of quote. I'm noticing bid asks are quite wide on stock contracts for GameStop. Again, though, this is 7 minutes into the day because we're 17 minutes into the market. So I'm probably not being given very decent, accurate quotes right at the moment. So I don't know if I can help you at this moment. I might have to answer this question in 5 or 10 more minutes. I see 20, 30, 50, 60 cent spreads, 80 cent spreads between bid and asks for October's. Let me look at January's. January 2024's, the 20s are still with a 40-cent spread. The 2125s have an 85-cent spread. 1875 contracts that are now, 50 cents in the money? They have a $1.30 spread. So I can't work it right at the moment. I'm going to have to wait a little longer to wait and see this market out when it kind of fills in the gaps. And so I'm going to wait a bit. I would have thought $20 calls to 2125s, 2250s would be kind of what I'd be comfortable writing. I maybe be comfortable in writing, 2250 Januaries or something. But until I see a tighter bid ask, I'm not going to quote anything right now. Maybe October's, November's, maybe December's, maybe January's. Something like that. Dow, by the way, the Dow Jones down 106 now. We got a bit more selling coming in. All righty. Let's see here. We have now the market. Let's see if I can refresh this. We're down, I think, 106 on the Dow. I'm just going to double check this here. Yeah, 108. We're down 9 on S&P. We're down 29 on NASDAQ. So a third of a point for the Dow, negative. Fifth of a point for the S&P and the NASDAQ. So very, very quiet. Oil down $1.23 at the moment. So we probably have a little selling wave coming in on the stock market, a little wave. But we're what are we into this thing now? 19 minutes, 20 minutes into the day. Not taking this very seriously. The volumes are pretty light. We'll see what happens. Here we go. Home skill. I'm selling cash secured puts on GameStop while it's down here. Mid September 22s for over $3.50. There you go. Yeah, I mean, you can write 20s, you can write 18s. Yeah, you could sure write cash secured puts and try to bring in some money. You're talking about September's over there. Yeah, I mean, you can write, September's, October's, whatever you like. If you want to write January cash secured puts and try to get some premium. Let's see, are there any that'll pay anything? 1750s will get you maybe $2 something. Last trade 203. I don't know how accurate that is. Showing a bid ask between about $2 and $3.50. 1875s are showing $2.46 to $3.80. Maybe over $3. You'd want to get $3.50 or more for those. But again, if you can get $3.50 for an 1875 cash secured put on GameStop, you're talking about buying the stock for $15.25 with a $3.50 premium in your hand. Not a bad move, I'd say. I'd be interested in something like that. You got to come up with $1,500. No, let me take that back. You'd come up with $1,875 to write a cash secured put for January. So $1,875 you have to cough up, and then you could haul in. If you could haul in $3.50 against it, that's a premium for January 2024, $1,875. That's a nice return on your money, is what I'm getting at. If that option expires worthless, or even if you can make $2 on it, worthy of consideration. Yeah, where am I here? Yeah, let's go. GME. Here we go. That's a lousy G. So we're trading at, what are we trading at right now? About 1930, right? Okay, so we're at 1930 right now. And if you want to write a put, cash secured for January 24, strike of 18, I think it's 1875. Where am I here? I'm over here. 1875. Yeah. Okay. I'm showing a bid ask, and again, my machine is 10 minutes behind, so 246 to 380. So I'm gonna say 350 would be the price I would take. I don't want to take less than that. So at 350, I'd offer it maybe at 345 or 355, 360. But if you can bring in 350, that's equal to $350 in cash. You can see that over there over my head. That's $350 on an investment of $1,875. So you got to put up $1,875 in cash to receive a premium of $350 in cash right now. 10% is $187.50. 20% is double that. This is close to double. It's like 18, 19% on your money between now and January 2024, right here. This is August the 14th, September, October, November, December, January. We're talking 5 months, 18% on your money. You can do this twice a year, 36% on your money, assuming a couple of things. One, the stock stays at least at 1875 or higher. That means all of this is yours if they expire in January with the stock higher than 1875. On the other hand, if the stock wants to go to $22 between now and a month or two from now, earnings are coming out early September. What if the shares go to $21? They go from 1930 to 21, maybe 21.50? Question mark. Where would this contract go if the stock went up to 21.50? My hunch is it'll go down to 250, 225, and with a month of time from now, yeah, it'll go down to 225, maybe $2. You'd clear $150 if you bought it back at 2. So, you can think about it that way, that if you can score a little return, you write it here, you buy it back, You buy it back at, look at that lousy K. You buy it back for, say, 200. You clear a 150 profit. Okay. This is for one contract. Okay. You want to write 10 of these, you're going to need 10 times as much of everything. But $150 profit, that's almost 10%. That's like 8.5% in the next month, maybe. You can do this 12 times a month. Now it gets interesting because you do this kind of a trade 12 times a year, 10 times a year. It's $1,500 a contract if you can do this 10 times a year. Just saying. I'm only looking at a movement of the stock. I'm not looking for a crash or a surge to $30 or I'm just looking for some trading range here. That's what these are all about here. That's the best part about these cash secured puts. The other thing I like about this cash secured put is that it's a January 24. So you get paid for the time right now. You're getting paid $350 for an out of the money contract. This put contract is out of the money. Okay, the stock's above the price, and it's off today. 96 cents a share. We're almost down $1 today, and this contract is still out of the money, and it's all premium. So I would be taking 350, 375 if you can get it. I'd be taking as much as I could on this thing. It's all time money. 5 months. If you actually could get $4 for this thing, if this stock drops a little more, you might get $4 for this. For a 5 month, that's 80 cents a month in depreciation that you're being handed. Time depreciation. There's only 4 weeks a month. That's 20 cents a week. $20 a week. This contract will lose $20 a week in value going forward between now and January. Got 10 of them? $200 a week. That's $800 a month in depreciation. You can write 20 of them? $1,600 a month in depreciation. How much you need to pay your bills? How much money you got to manage? I mean, this is not the most lucrative, gigantic premium play of all options out there, but this is a conservative play because at the end of the day, you put up $1,875 and the stock drops and goes down to $17 and you get exercised. Well, you pay $350 below this price because you got $350 given to you up front. You're on the hook for $15.25. This stock's trading at $17. You are laughing. I dare you to exercise me is what you're saying. I want to buy. You make me buy the stock at $18.75. Go ahead. I dare you. Go ahead and exercise me, you clown. No one's going to do it. But if you did, you'd be long the stock at $15.25. Guess what the first thing you're going to do? You got two choices. Sell the stock, just dump it because you just made to buy it, dump it for $17 and write another put. Now you can write a $15 put contract. Or you're long at $15.25 net, you're going to write a $17.50, $18 call option. 3-4 months out, you're going to bring in $3, $3.50, hello, against your $15.25 purchase price. Hello. If you bring in $3 against the $15.25 purchase price, you're on the hook now for $12.25. That's what the stock is now actually. That's what you're at risk. That's what you're risking now. Option writers win all the time. All the time, option writers win. Okay, so that's a thought. I'm just saying. Hey, don't be mad at me. I'm just saying. Sometimes I feel like Bill Barr. What do you guys think of that comedian Bill Barr? Do you guys watch that guy? I've been watching Bill Barr videos lately. I have been laughing my butt off watching Bill Barr going his concerts, his live shows. Here we go. Right now, 305 to 335 is what an 1875 contract is going for January 2024. That's what I see on my 10-minute delayed market. If we drop any further, we're at 1921. We drop to 19. This put will go up again, and you'll get more. I think you should take it. Again, it's up to you. Well done, Home Skill. I love it. Cindy B. Uncle Bruce, I have an iron condor on Tesla. My low, the put was 240. Yikes. Expiration is for this Friday. Should I adjust it and go out in time on my puts and calls? Let's take a look at that. Shall we? Let's do that. Okay, let's get rid of this. This is just like having a class. All right. Tesla. Tesla, you can see that? Yeah, you can see that. All right, well, let me take a look here, see if I can pop this thing up on my big ass iPad. I don't know. Is it even going to let me do it? The darn old thing. Let's do it this way. TSLA. There we go. Tesla. 236.39 down 629. Low of the day 233.75. Okay, so it's coming back a bit at the moment. Cindy B, you've got my low put was 240. What are your two contracts, Cindy? Can you tell me the two puts and the two calls? Just give me the numbers. And I know it's this Friday, so just give me the numbers so I have an idea what you're dealing with. Let me pop the options up here. There we go. And expiry this Friday, the 18th. Okay. And coming in here, you said the lows were around 240. So the 240 put contract right now is 735, 745, I think. And the 235s are 465, 475s. The 250s are $15. So what do you got, Cindy? You let me know. Charlie B, Uncle Bruce, I'm thinking iron condo on Adobe for this week. Any idea of a good range? You want to be a little more biased to the downside than the upside because it's had such a big run. But yeah, I don't have anything off the top of my head at the minute. White Feather wrote 7 spiders. Iron condos for Friday with a 437.55 spread. 437.455 on spiders. And we're at 445. So you're in there. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Let's see. What's going on here? Charlie on Spider thinking Wednesday, Thursday expiry though. Gotcha. Shez, I created Iron Condor today on Spider. Calls are 450.55. Puts are 35.30. Got 60. Yes, sir. There you go. There's the trade right there. It's a small credit, but it's such a wide spread. I love this trade. I love this. You can do 5, 10, 100 of these or one. It's all up to you. Dude, that's a good idea. I went a little lower and took a little more risk off. Bought a GameStop put, sold one. Bought a January 24 at 15, sold a 16.25 net credit 48. Wrote 2 for a $96 credit. Cindy, watch him all the time. Last night, Odin's Pumpkin. I love Bill Barr. Yeah, I just think he's hilarious. I love how he lets off steam. Dude, $250 buying reduction to make 96 credit for the 4 contracts. Okay. Mr. Premium, 140 GameStop stinker just hit. 140 games. Sold a cover call for 350 and just bought back for 106. Giddy up. Way to go, Mr. Premium. Bobby Atkinson, Bill Barr. The rant video on YouTube, so good. Cindy B, here we go. 230, 40, 255, 65. Okay. Iron Condor. Okay. So we got a 230, 40. Okay. So 230 and 40 on the puts. And I have an excellent memory, but it's incredibly short. 255, 65, 255, 65 on the calls. Okay. And they're for this Friday. All right. So now what do we do? What do we do, Bruce? What do we do? Gosh darn it. Okay. We're 235.58 on the stock. We're down 707. All right. All right. 230.40. 230s we're sitting at 277, 280, and the 40s are sitting at 735, 745. Okay. I'm going to unplug this, hold it in my hand, my big ass iPad, and see if I can make this work for me. All right. Okay, so puts. All right. The 230 is sitting right now at 277, 280. The other put is the 240, you said, and it's sitting at 735.45. 735, 745. Okay. The calls, The good news here, they're 55.65, 255 and 265s. Okay. And the 55 call is, where am I here? 56.57 cents. Oh man, I love this. And the 65s are 17 to 18. Okay. There you go. Okay. Now, here's Cindy's situation for those of you trying to figure out what the hell is he talking about here. Okay, so let me kind of move this up a little. You can't see it, sorry. Can you see it now? Yes, you can. All right. So she has 230, 240 puts. She's got 255.65 calls on an iron condor expiring this Friday. Right now, the puts are 277, 280, 735, 745. The calls are 56, 57, and 17, 18. She's long. She's short these, long those. She's short this, long this, and my board is moving on me. Okay. All right. And it won't stop. Okay. So what do we got? What do we do? How do we do it? What's going on with my world? Why does my world treat me like this? I have no idea. I can't make that stop. So don't mind me, kids. I'm trying to get my board to stop moving. Stop moving. All right. Oh, Jed's coming in going, what's he doing? All right. Here's the good news for Cindy B. All right. I know that when she wrote this call, the 255 call, she got way more than 56 cents for it. And when she bought this call, she paid way more than the call for this for it. Here's the key, though, to remember. The difference in price between these two is the key to success, all right? If she got a $1 spread or a 80-cent spread or whatever it was on the calls, the call spread now looks like about, what is it, 39 cents, right? And as the day wears on today and or tomorrow, these calls are substantially out of the money. The stock's 236.59. It's a little better, but these calls aren't going anywhere because they're like a country mile out of the money with only 4 days to go. By the end of the day today, she might be in a position where these are in the 40s and these are in the mid-teens, and the spread might be 25 cents. Okay. And what she can do is she could buy these back and write 250s instead. You'll be back. Okay. So right now the 250s are 103, 107. I'm just going to write this in here. 250s, 103 to 107. And the 265s, she might be able to bring this in. Easily she can bring this in. I'm just wondering how close. If she goes, if we move $5 lower here, she could move $5 lower here easily. A 260, just as I see it, 30 to 31 cents. 260, 30 to 31. I'm only concentrating on the calls right now. I'm not even talking about the puts. So on the calls, she can go from a 56-cent contract to a 103 contract, bringing in more money, buy this back, sell this, and then buy this back and sell this. Now, here's the key. She adds not quite 50 cents to her pocketbook, 45 cents, and she's paying 13 cents to get it. It's a 32, 33 cent credit increase. More money, okay? Even though these are the moves. All right. That's one thing she could consider doing anytime she wanted to. If she waits till later today or tomorrow to make this move, she might buy these for 40 and get 90 or 95, and that's a 50-cent gain. Buy these for a dime and buy these for 25. Okay. But there's a spread here to be added, credit to be added. All right. Now here, these have gone up. What she paid for this put and sold for this put, she's probably down on these. In other words, she's losing on this one, but winning on this one. This one's gone up from what she paid for it, but this one's gone up for what she got for it. Except for one thing. As each minute goes by, premiums are being lost. Now, the stock, as I said, is 235.55 right now. Okay, it's jumping like crazy, all right? 235.55. This contract with the stock at 235.55. Just kind of put that price out there. This 240 is worth about $450 a contract, book value. So this contract will shrink another almost $3 because it will come down to book value as each day of the week goes by. If the stock just sits here now around 235.36, this contract is going to lose a couple more dollars over the next few days. Okay. This one here is out of the money. It's a 230 and we're at 235. It's 5 out of the money. It's worthless except for time only. All right. So if she were to sell this contract and move into a 225, it would be, let me take a look. A 225 is 1245, 1260. A pretty expensive move. Am I getting this correct? Hang on a second. I want to double check this. No, I'm on the wrong one. Stop that, Bruce. I'm incorrect as usual. 230s right now, 277.80. If she moved into 225s, it would be 155, 157. Okay, 155, 157 to move into 225s. Okay. So moving the put further out of the money, she would get about $1.20 in cash. It would be a credit of $1.20 a contract here. But there's a loss here. To move into 235s, 35 puts, that will cost some money. A 235 put right now is 465, 475. Again, I'm dealing with quotes a little older. 265, 465, 475. Yeah, 475. Okay. She'd have to buy them back at 735.45 and then get and only receive 465, 475. This is a loss of almost $3 a contract, about 280. It's a 280 DR, a loss. This is a credit. This is a loss. So we're 160 out, and here we're gaining a little bit of ground, but only maybe about 30 cents. So the gains are 150. The losses are 280. Okay, 150 versus 280. I hope you can see that down here. Yeah, okay. It's going to cost 130 to make this move. This is a $5 move per contract. She doesn't have to make the move right now because we're dealing with dollars of losses on this contract still to come. Time is on her side. If we were closing Friday afternoon right now, this contract would be 5 in the money, and this one would be 5 out of the money. This would be worthless. This one would be worth $5. These would be worthless. So she would have kept all the money she generated here. She would have lost whatever she paid here, and she would be either even or slightly ahead or slightly out on this one because I don't know what she originally got on this contract. All right. Anyway, there's a couple of thoughts there. At the moment, no major move required. She can also move 250 a contract. She can go from 235s to 232.50s, 230s, 227.50s, 225s. These can be moved in 250 increments either way. At the moment, however, her risk factor is $1,000 because she's a 230 to a 240 bid-ask spreads on these puts and a $10 spread on these calls. So she's risking $1,000 of capital, less her credit, what she brought in originally, as her actual risk. All right. And she can make moves lower than 250, 60 if she wanted to bring in more money here and still pay very little here and maybe have a larger spread, maybe build this spread. Actually, this spread would be 70 cents, not 30. So this would be a little better off, actually. She could go a little closer in and build the spread a little more here. She could go less further down by 250 and reduce this differential from 120 to 280. Can be done. So there's a squeeze here, a little more here, a little less there, and that might be an easier move, but she doesn't have to move today. The stock's 234.87 now. As I speak, it keeps going down and up and down. She can watch all day today, all day tomorrow, all day Wednesday if she wants to make any moves. Now, if the stock goes to 231, 230, Yeah, she's going to be forced to make moves. She's going to have to make moves. But remember, her maximum loss is $1,000. Maximum. Because after 230, it goes to 225. This is now worth 5. This is worth 15. Goes to 220. This is worth 10. This is worth 20. The $1,000 lock-in is locked in. If she makes a move on calls now, might be a good idea. Maybe she goes from 255s to 250s or 247.50s and brings in more cash on the call side and moves these from 265 to 260 or 257.50 for very little money and builds a bigger credit than 30 cents, which is incorrect here anyway. So this was 70 odd cents, 73 credit. Maybe she can move this up to $1 to $1.20 credit on the puts. And if the puts die worthless, she keeps this additional cash she brings in, which helps offset this $1,000 risk level. She can also reduce her risk level. She can step up here, and instead of moving into a 225 put from a 230 put, she can stay at the 230 put level and only move this one. And this one is a 235, and this one is the 230, and she just reduced her risk to $500. She can do that as well. A number of choices are in front of her right now as an Iron Condor writer and creator. Hope this isn't confusing too many of you. I hope it's making sense. Auntie Jen, what's with all this racket? Zed, I had 80 GameStop contracts. I originally sold for $20 strikes, cover call for 205 when GameStop July 2023. When GameStop ran, I bought back for $529 and I rolled into 25 strikes for $25.24 expiring January. If it is the time to roll down, what would be the best practice? Well, your $25 strikes couldn't be worth $5.24 now. They've got to be less than that, and you definitely want to take a look at the possibility of buying them back and now coming back maybe into contracts. That might be October's or November's or something along those lines. That might be your next move. A quick look here at January 2024 contracts on GameStop. If I can get my machine to work, here it goes. January, you said you have 2025s, right? $25. Yeah, they're $190, $199 last I saw. So you've recouped $325, $335 on these Januaries. This is a great move. And by buying those back and now looking to maybe write, I don't know, October's, can you write October 22s or something? Maybe 21s. If you wrote 21s, you'd bring in about $160, $175 for much shorter time frame. That could be a move you could make. But 20s, which are out of the money, 70 cents right now, about $2. Again, these are just October's. If you go a little further, like November, you get more cash. 20 will bring you almost 250. At 21, 210. There's a move there. Again, buying back these Januaries for $190 and writing November's for $2 at $21. You're bringing in the $4 premium strike price, but it's a free rollover, and you've reduced the calendar by 60 days. Might be worth your time. Again, October might be worth your time as well. You only need $2, and you can get for January's, for 20s for October's, you can get $2. So that would be a neutral switch over. Okay. White Feather, have a great day, everybody. See you all tomorrow. I'm going to enjoy a cigar. Luca, ciao, Auntie Jen. How are you doing? From Luca, right on. All right, so there's a whole bunch of stuff on Tesla. I hope I haven't confused you on Tesla. There's a lot of possibilities here for our friend to look into. As for all of you, the same thing. When you're a Condor writer, a creator, if you're a Condor creator, remember, if the stock moves a certain direction, up or down, that means those calls or puts that you were into have lost value big time, because they're down to a few days of life and they're way out of the money. You can now roll into new contracts closer into the market. and bring in additional cash into your account. That's the strategy here. Not too close. I mean, you want to respect the move of the stock, but you want to bring in a larger premium if you can. Either call or put transactions, either direction. All right. The closer you get to expiry, the closer you can bring in your spread, but you want to start with a wide berth to give yourself a lot of room on this thing to give yourself a nice comfort level. The other thing to remember as we approach expiry, if you started with a $10 spread between the calls and the puts, like Cindy did on these Teslas, she's $10 on the calls and puts differential. She can go $7.50. She can go $5. She can begin to squeeze the differential between the two to limit her exposure on a catastrophic move up or down on the stock, so that her worst case scenario is that she's limiting her max loss, and she's also maximizing her credit at the same time. So lots to watch. That's why condors are so exciting. All right. Hector Salamanca, Uncle Bruce, I'm number 152. Flint Creek Soap Company, when do you leave for Europe? I finally got the gift I am sending you. If you're leaving before I can get it there, I'll ship it ASAP. We're out of here next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, we're out of here. So we're down to 8 days, and then we're gone. Hector, neat. Well said, Hector. I agree with that. Yes, that is what's going to happen here. If you do send, I'm going to have to give you a mailing address. Send me a private email, and I'll give you a mailing address that I don't know will work or not. I got to check with Auntie Jen whether I'm allowed to do this or not. So just give me time. All right. Okay. Cindy, I have already brought down my calls last week for an extra 55, so that is a plus. There you go. Cindy, you're on it, and I love it. This is good stuff. Well done. We're down 32 on the Dow, just 32. We were down more than that, weren't we? We're down 32 on the Dow. Let me take a look at the markets overall here. There we go. GameStop, by the way, 1938 down 81 cents after bottoming out at 1908. The Dow down 32. The S&P is up 5.2, and NASDAQ is ahead by 30 points. Oil down 51 cents. Spiders are plus 41. Qs are up 136. So we've gone green on these guys. All right. 32-point drop on the Dow. The Dow seems to be improving as well. SOFI down just 18 cents. 18.47 on your SOFI. We bottomed at 836. We're now 847 and climbing on 7.3 million. I'm going to maintain my guess that SOFI could break $9 today or tomorrow. AI is up 28 cents to 33.22. NVIDIA up 13.49. NVIDIA is up $13. Where AI stocks are coming on again. Watch for that. Rocket Lab down 6. Matterport down 6. Smart Rent up 3. Unity down only 34. Tesla down only $4. 238. Apple is up 71. Google up 75. Moderna down 240. Cisco up 2. Pfizer up 31. IBM down 75. HPQ down 74. Microsoft up 42 cents. Amazon up $1.13. We've got Adobe up 777 here. 516 last trade on Adobe. Okay. Jen, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm busy this morning, keeping up on all these trades and all this activity here with my peeps.
People flattened on Friday, so now they're writing new ones.
One of our viewers said, "Oh yeah, we made $1,300 last week on our iron condors."
Awesome.
It's a nice little added tool for our toolbox to make extra money. It's a lovely little added tool in our toolbox of option writing trading strategies. And I thought, yeah, if you make $1,300 a week all year long, that's $65,000 a year.
That's okay.
Added extra tip money, like gratuity money. Nice. Think of your YouTuber. Well done.
You go out for dinner.
Flint Creek, I will email you. Thank you, Flint. Boris, thanks,
you,
Uncle Bruce.
Flint.
I wrote 11 days ago, 375.85, 535.40, NVIDIA Iron Condor. 375 to $540. This is beautiful. Expiry September 15th. We'll roll with the calls in a few days. Stock is trading at 421 at the moment. Beautiful stuff. Wow. Wow. 421 is right, and you're right in that range. This is beautiful. This is great. This is a condor that's going to make you money. And as you come closer to September 15th, which is a month from now, this is no rush. You will bring in the two ranges. You'll bring them in. Nice job, Boris. I love this. This is a good experiment also for those of you. It is something to look at where you can write a condor a month out with an unbelievable range, and yet you get a credit to do it. It's a credit spread. The money is in your account up front. You can do 1 of each, 5 of each, 10 of each. And as time goes by, and as you see the market make its move, you will tighten the calls of the puts, and you'll bring this in.
I'm seeing myself.
Are you?
There's like a shadow reflection.
Oh, I don't see anything on my screen at all. It's just pure white. It's like a milky white. Jen's having a wonderful time. There you
silhouette games.
Playing silhouette games.
Not
there
silly.
you go.
Silhouette.
That's right. Not silly, but silhouette.
It's gonna be stinky hot here for the next 4 days.
Really?
Yeah.
Stinky hot?
34s, 35s.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We got a heat wave coming in from BC.
Well now. Giddy on up.
Closing up the house. It's already warm.
We're shutting down our windows. I'm showing weather right now. In Palm Desert, it's 84, going to 106. Calgary, it's 66, going to 90. Yeah, that's a heat warning for us. Yeah. Rare for us to be in the.
It's not going to cool off at night.
Yeah, rare to get us to 90. 92 tomorrow. This is a heat wave. Yeah. 92 Thursday, but Friday, 64.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's over. Next Tuesday when we.
Hailstorms.
When we leave next Tuesday, 69 for the high when we leave next Tuesday. Hailstorms, that's right. We get that kind of heat.
It goes from that hot to that cold.
Wow. We're going to London in the UK.
We have a lovely river.
Yes, indeed. We're going to London in the UK. We get there on Wednesday. 77 for the high when we get there, with a 40% chance of showers. Sunny the day before. So it's London. It's all right. We're good with it.
Supposed to have showers.
We can handle it. We're all good with that. No probs.
It's supposed to.
Wow, 66 going to 90 today. I hadn't heard that, but yeah.
No, it's the wind moved and it's coming our way now.
Got a heat wave.
Coming from BC.
Coming from the old BC range. And that's Ontario could see 40 Celsius next week, says Bobby.
Yeah.
So that's a late August heat wave, and they can happen. Absolutely, they can. Mm-hmm. Global warming, that's a fallacy. Somebody's making that up. It's just a scientist trying to get attention. That's all it is. That's right. There you go.
Just ask Hawaii.
Just ask Hawaii. There's no global warming, no global issues in Hawaii. Unbelievable. Maui. Unbelievable Maui. Oh my gosh. I'm just amazed.
It's just heartbreaking.
It is sad. We're down 13 on the Dow. We're coming on still. We're climbing. We're up 3.5 on S&P. Nasdaq now up 19. So
we're like that game on The Price is Right. What was it? The yodeler or something, right?
Yeah.
What was that called?
The
mountaineer.
The mountaineer climbing up the thing. Cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger.
How high will we get on the cliffhanger
before we
fall over the other side?
That was yesterday.
Oh my!
I got prices right on the brain because yesterday we were in the food court at a major mall.
Yeah.
And walking between the tables was like Plinko.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta say, we were out to. Was that Saturday? We were out. Yeah. It was Saturday.
It was Saturday.
Yeah.
It wasn't yesterday.
Yeah, we went to a shopping mall just north of Calgary in a place called Balzac. You can love Alberta with the names of our cities, our towns.
There's a place in Europe called Balzac.
There is a place in Europe called Balzac. 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 Anyway, it's a little hamlet. Anyway, they along our number 2 highway going to Edmonton, 4 lanes each direction for a while. There's this shopping mall, big shopping mall. It was built 15 years ago, 20 years ago. And you can almost not get there in transit. You have to drive. You got to drive your own car. So huge parking lot.
Bus now, but there wasn't for the first years.
Yeah, that's true. They have a big Bass Pro Shop store there. Huge 2-story store, just like
down the highway,
like a Cabela's, just like Cabela's. Then there's 200 stores, anchors, and a huge food court. I mean, massive food court with probably
they built a new wing just to make it
15 vendors easily, maybe 20 vendors. And it was busy, and you could hear the crowd noise. There was really a constant hum of crowd noise. People just talking to each other in this 40-foot tall ceiling with fans. Packages. Lots of packages. So lots of shopping.
The retail numbers are down, and companies are pulling back. They're expecting because they're not going to make it. Well, that wasn't happening at this weekend.
What we noticed was several retailers. There were lineups of people looking to get in.
Yeah.
And I'm going, a lineup to get into a store?
Well, not only a store.
What?
A Croc store.
There was a Croc store with a lineup.
And it only had a 25% off sale. Buy one, get the second at 25% off. That is not terrific
That's
sale.
A 12.5% deal. Nike store had a lineup.
Adidas.
Adidas. Yeah, Adidas. A number of stores had lines, like 4 or 5 of them. I was blown away.
The shoe store had, again, it was not great, but it was like buy one, get one 50% off. So now you're getting 25%.
So what?
But yeah, they weren't terrific.
Yeah. Couldn't believe it. Mountain Climber says, Bobby, Charlie B, Uncle Bruce. So Adobe Friday expiry. 535, 537.50 call, and 575, 480 put. Too tight of a range on Adobe for Friday. Let me take a look at Adobe.
You go look at your numbers. Bye, everybody. Have a great Monday.
See you, Auntie Jen. Thank you. Bye. Thank you. Adobe is 516 right now, and you're looking at 535, almost $20 on the upside, and you're looking at 35 on the downside. I don't mind that trade. Great place to start for Friday, and you'll adjust if necessary. Yeah, you're good. Bobby, was it Dilbo Bay, Newfoundland for great Canadian city names? It's actually Dildo. Yeah. Bobby found that one because of the new articles when the water park there caught on fire. Found that one because of the new articles, Bobby. Dildo Bay. Yep. There's Climax, Saskatchewan, Sex Smith, Alberta. There's all kinds of them out there, just all kinds of places. True place. The Schitt's Creek, of course, the TV show. Oh my! What do we got now? We're still climbing a little here. We were down only 15 on the Dow, 5 points better on S&P, and 29 on Nasdaq. We're jumping around a bit here. There isn't much going on either way. We don't seem to want to go too high or too low today. We seem to be flatlining. Some stocks are off. Some are up, no doubt. NVIDIA is up 11. AI up 12. SOFI down just 14 cents now. 13. 852. SOFI is near its high of the day of 854. It's coming on. It's going to climb. SOFI has run out of sellers, I think, panic sellers. We're gonna see some climbers. Apple now up 81, Google up 88, Cisco up 9, Pfizer up 39, Microsoft up 27, Amazon up 139. We got Netflix up $2, Adobe up 759. Yeah, Boeing is up 167, Costco up 149. We got green shoots showing up here, more and more of them. So yeah, don't be surprised about that. I gotta move to Canada, says Boris. It sounds so much fun. We got Vulcan, Alberta. We have a town called Vulcan that's been called Vulcan since the 1900s. And do you think they got into the Star Trek deal? Oh, did they ever? They knew a good thing when they saw it. There's a huge model of an enterprise coming into town. They've got a museum. They had Leonard Nimoy pay a visit there about 20 plus years ago. Oh, yeah. Oh, the town took Vulcan up big time. Oh, yeah. It's a tourist town now. A little farming community where you can buy farm implementation tools. You can buy harvesters and all the kinds of stuff, seeding machines. And then you can go to the Star Trek Vulcan Museum and other places. And all the retailers have stuff. Oh, yeah. They know what they're doing in Vulcan. Farmers all around them are not stupid. They're sharp. The town officials, very sharp. There you go. We have fun around here. Yeah. Spider SPYs are up 49. Qs are up 157. The markets are higher on the S&P and NASDAQ. So those two indicators are higher, those two ETFs. GameStop down 75 cents. SoFi 852 down just 13 cents. We're going higher. AI up 26. NVIDIA now up $12 a share. How about that? Thank you guys for these thumbs ups today. 153 thumbs ups have come in today. I appreciate it. If you're able to find that thumbs up button for me, I would appreciate it. I would also recommend you find your knee emoji button right away and honor the Knights of Knee. Hit the thumbs up button and hit the knee emoji button at the same time and let the Knights of Knee know that you respect them. You will honor their presence. You will not mess with the Knights of Knee. JR knows. Neat. Here we go. Hector's here. Neat. Absolutely. Alex, Bruce, I wrote Tesla 280.85s and 225.30s expiring Friday. Bought back calls for pennies and repositioned to 255.60 from 280.85. Well done, Alex. Well done. Flynn Creek, here goes SoFi. Dean, we're only down a dime on SoFi. Here we go. Karen D. Deep value. Don't mess. John Anderson, home skillet. SoFi moving higher. It's on fire. 11,854 and going higher on the SoFi. That's right, guys. Don't mess with the Knights of Knee. They will mess with you. Thank you for the thumbs ups, everybody. 153 and climbing. Stephen Butler. That's right. We're only down 8 points on the Dow. We're only down 8. We're up 40 on NASDAQ. We're coming on. That's right. Down 11 on SoFi. AI up 19. NVIDIA up $13. TJ. There they are. The knee emoji attack is happening on the Stock Market with Bruce channel. Thank you all for popping in here. You newbies, you have no idea what's going on. It's okay. You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. Hang in there, everybody. Thanks again for joining me. 154 thumbs ups. You rerunners out there, hit that thumbs up button. Get us as close to 200 as humanly possible. That would be a wonderful thing. Thank you all so much today for being part of this telecast. Have a great rest of your day. We'll be on TWB later tonight, and we'll be here tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock Eastern, 8:30 Eastern. Come on by, say hi, let me know how you're doing. We'll figure out what you're going to be doing and where you're going to be doing it. Let's see if we can get you guys a little bit richer. We're up 33 on AI. SoFi down only 10 cents, 8.54 on SoFi. It's going to 9. It's going to break 9. Just watch. You just watch. Okay. Have a great one, everybody. We'll see you later. Take care. Bye for now.